not fooled by tricks. Molting trickster come in many forms.
but sure make my job easier.
Helping people is our chief mission. The cool uniforms are just a nice bonus. How are the folks at Foundation doing? If I wasn't so busy, I'd go visit sometime.
Considering all the places I could have ended up, I'm extremely lucky I'm here. I've never felt safer. Always make sure to boil your water before you drink it.
Sorry, I'm not much for conversation. Allison talked my ear off.
Now that that's settled, did Miss Rucker...
The White Spring is in shambles! A mess! How can I clean that which continues to dirty itself? Oh, these responders have gone too far!
If I can.
Well, she did mention needing some help with something for the clinic.
Ah, I see. Certainly.
It's some sort of relief effort for all of the refugees in and around Appalachia. If only there was a relief effort for my stress.
Something going on in the kitchen she could use a hand with.
The better question is, what is right? Everything has run amok. Chaos. Chaos! The responders have taken over the White Spring. Imagine all of the dirty footprints on the carpet. Dust all over the tables. The horror. I am but a humble servant of the White Spring Resort, dedicated to greeting each guest with pleasantries and candor. Or I was, back when our guests had class and decorum. That would be the enigmatic Orlando. They oversee the White Spring and are allowing the responders to stay here, as well as their constituents. I do apologize for the mess. Please enjoy your stay. The White Springs decor is refined and decadent. Don't listen to any naysayers. Oh, how are we going to accommodate so many guests? They aren't even paying.
More hours to go.
A safe haven filled with people trying to help others? Feels like I've died and gone to heaven. Or hell, if you look out the window.
Oh, my bones are aching. Must be a red storm on the way. Hey, sport. You wouldn't happen to be handy with an electrocompression spanner, would you? Oh, what am I saying? A course yard. I invented the thing. Sorry to put you on the spot, kid. I'm Skippy Rorich, but you can call me Skip, Ro, Skippo, or whatever else you fancy. I'm here on behalf of the Union. We're a band of loose-knit freedom fighters from the pit up north. We're looking to get our home back from a group of raiders called the Fanatics. Hoping Appalachia has some help to offer in that. The pit is, well, it used to be Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Now it's something else entirely, overrun by all manner and nasty. But it's our home, and we want to win it back, clean it up, and make it livable again. Oh, don't worry about that thing. Barely works anyway. Silly to bring it up. Oh, we're past the electro spanner. Consign it to the dustbin of history. I'm moving on to the hydrolo spanner. Much higher ceiling on that one. Not at all. Ask away. Can I? Of course. Will I? Also, of course. The Fanatics are a bunch of sadists, is what they are. They bill themselves as a confederation and say they take all comers for who or what they are. That's nonsense, of course. Just an empty slogan used to sucker in more labor for the mills.
If you see anything that requires attention, do let me know.
No reservations required. Help yourself to any table.
I don't believe we have met before. I'm Esme Rousseau. It is such a lovely place, is it not?
I heard about what happened in Morgantown. I know it was way back, but I'm glad they chose to send me somewhere safe and not somewhere like that. If you're caught out and about with no place to go, the responders have an outpost in Flatwoods.
I wouldn't want to be Rucker. I never thought a single person could be spread so thin.
Dash of this. A bit of that.
Perfection.
There's no problem too big to solve.
Good evening. Here for dinner. Please feel free to seat yourself.
Used to sleeping with both eyes closed.
There's times you've gotta accept the cards you were dealt and learn to make the best of it.
You'd think with all that tinkering Skippy does that he'd come up with something more medicinal.
That miscreant from Kratos scratched my chassis on the way in. How rude!
Well, hello, darling. A pleasure to meet another guest of our fine establishment. I am Orlando, your host and management liaison. If you'll pardon me for just one moment. That will be all. Please give my regards to Ms. Rucker. If you are here for leisure, I regret to inform you that our regular resort activities are temporarily unavailable. However, if you are here for the refuge and the fine work of the lovely responders, I am delighted to welcome you on their behalf. Ah, perhaps you have not heard. The White Spring is now home to the refuge, a place of safety and care for all in need. The refuge is being run by the responders, individuals committed to the well-being of their fellows. They founded the refuge in response to new waves of refugees coming to Appalachia, people in great need of help. Food, medical care, clothing, a place to sleep. All of these are available for those who need them.
Is refined and decadent. Don't listen to any naysayers.
Anyone in need of help, yes. You appear more well off than our usual guests, though, if I may say so. Less bedraggled than those poor souls. Armed. The refuge exists primarily to serve those who cannot help themselves. The starving, the sick, the homeless. There is a clinic, a kitchen, beds, recreational facilities, all manner of care to be found here. I'm so pleased to be able to assist in my own small way, of course. What a wonderful thing for you to ask, darling. I knew there was something special about you from the moment I saw you. As it happens, the responders are looking for volunteers to assist them in a particular outreach effort. Those industrious wonders have repaired a vertibird to full working order and are using it to make contact with more distant settlements. They've made allies with people in Pittsburgh. The locals call it the Pit now, who seem to be in dire need of outside assistance. If you don't mind me saying so, you look like you can handle yourself. You might be just who they're looking for. Indeed, isn't that marvelous? They salvaged it and painstakingly repaired it. It's fully functional now. I was very pleased to be able to contribute to this effort in my own small way. If you wish to see it, it resides on the roof of the refuge between flights, along with its charming pilot, Ms. Lennox.
That miscreant from Kratos scratched my chassis on the way in. How rude!
They call themselves the Union. Something of a resistance movement, I understand, against more aggressive forces. One of their representatives is currently staying with us, a Mr. Skippy Rorich. Delightful man. Well, they'll be better able to explain the details, but I believe they're looking for fighters, actually. Their contacts in the pit are in something of a desperate situation, it seems, against a dangerous enemy. I hate the thought of you putting yourself in such danger, but it does appear to be for a good cause.
Oh, if only he would dust those shelves of his.
Judging by what I've heard, it's an accurate one, sadly. Pittsburgh was bombed quite severely during the war. The poor individuals still living there have renamed it to better reflect its dreadful circumstances. Oh, you're terribly brave, aren't you, dear? Imagine if we all had such courage. Now, darling, before anybody bundles you off, The first thing you should do is introduce yourself to some of the responders. I just so happen to know a few in need of more local assistance, and helping them will earn you the other thing you'll need. That other thing, of course, being the ultrasight battery cells, which fuel the vertibird. Ultracells, if you prefer.
So many guests. They aren't even paying.
Why, from me, of course. Rather, from the management via me, that is. When management heard the responders were restoring the vertibird, they wished to help. They provided the ultracells, and I suggested them to the responders as an alternative means of fueling the vertibird. Per management instructions, I distribute a quantity to certain individuals regularly. Management feels this encourages collective decision-making rather than stockpiling. I'm sure they'd be willing to part with them in exchange for your aid.
That miscreant from Kratos scratched my chassis on the way in. How rude!
It's been sunny all week. I love it here.
My dear, you must understand, much as I would like to, my responsibilities do not permit me to do so. I am but a humble employee of the management, and I distribute their resources as instructed to the letter. I hope you will not begrudge me my loyalty. I find myself quite fond of you already.
Mr. Della Ripa only likes to...
I could not possibly speak to your experience, dear. It sounds remarkable to make such discoveries. All I can tell you is that the management provides them for the refuge. Regrettably, that is as much as I know of the matter. I might wager that whomever was behind the ultracell you discovered likely shared similar contacts with management at some point, but who can say? Our lovely Ms. Rucker is the closest thing to a leader the refuge has, though I believe she's less than comfortable with the title. You can find her in their headquarters, beyond the dining area. The darling chef, Miss Rousseau, needs some assistance in the kitchen, I hear. And Miss Wagner, over in the common area, is looking for donations. I'm sure your generosity will be well rewarded. Wonderful, my dear. I'm certain you will be a tremendous help to them and the refuge. When you are finished with each of them, I recommend you speak with Mr. Skippy Rorich, the pit union representative. I imagine he'll want to discuss the situation in the pit with you before you embark. Do feel free to visit me at your leisure if you wish to chat. I have an office in the management wing. You can't miss it.
How are we going to accommodate so many guests? They aren't even paying. The White Springs decor is refined and decadent. Don't listen to any naysayers.
This wanton robot tried to give me a haircut before running off. It's a shame.
Wow.
Can't get it back by myself.
What do you call a rad stack on a stage? What's your stage lights? That one always gets me.
a lot of supplies here that look ripe for the picking.
The potatoes here taste amazing. So fresh and only a few rats.
The work I do is extremely rewarding, but boy, is it tiring.
What?
With all these supplies, we could really do some good trading with
Nothing but a problem. All it's doing is encouraging new people to come to Appalachia. Sickly people. If they're too weak to make it on their own, then maybe they shouldn't be the ones to survive. Who I am doesn't matter. I'm just here to keep an eye on things for Meg.
The decor might be a little, Austin. Can you lend me a hand? Are you the one who's in charge?
I think I heard a Protectron bark the other day.
Well, I'm a representative from Foundation. I'm just here to talk about some trade deals, and to request assistance with the recent stream of refugees from the pit. Well, we think it's kind what they're doing here for the refugees, but a lot of them are coming to Foundation too, and we just don't have the resources to take care of that many people.
Why even bother helping people that can't help themselves?
Look at the ailments on these refugees. The pit must be a real hellhole.
I love Esme's cooking. It's been so long since I've had food with actual flavor.
So this is a place that's bringing all these damn people to Appalachia.
Don't bother talking to that person from Crater. Nasty bunch, aren't they?
They tell us not to get attached to the patients. Now I understand why.
Everything is too clean here. Time to dirty it up a little.
Wow, they've really gotten set up here.
I could really use a drink. But Rucker wants us sober on the job. Check in with the medics if you're feeling under the weather.
Curios and curiosities. Do they mean the same thing?
Damn, that bloodbug sting was nasty. Wonder what it was like pre-war when they were tiny.
Well, hello there, stranger. Pleased to meet you. I'm Sophie Wagner. Look around. The Refuge. Quite a place, isn't it? I mean, sure, fancy pants, golf club, resort, that's nice, but I'm talking about the Refuge. A haven for the lost, the dispossessed, the hungry, and unfortunate. A monument to our ability to have compassion for each other. Isn't it grand? Isn't it worth preserving, building, growing?
Can always use an extra hand around here.
Now that's what I'm talking about. People supporting each other. You got the right spirit.
Appalachia's supposed to
Rucker's put me in charge of running a bit of a donation drive. Have you met Rucker? She's amazing, you should. Anyway, it might surprise you to know an operation like this is always churning through supplies. We work hard to keep things in stock, and that funny Orlando character does their best to help out as well, but we still have shortfalls. So here I am, asking generous folks such as yourself to help us fill in those gaps and keep the refuge running.
I think I heard a Protectron bark the other day.
Let me check my notes. We always need molded plastic. You can never have too much of it, and I gotta be honest, we don't have enough. I'd love it if you could help us with, 50 pieces? We could do a surprising amount of good for a surprising amount of people.
My friends didn't want to join up with me. Said the responders sounded like too much work. Wonder what they're doing now.
That's okay. Who just carries that around in their pockets or whatever, right? I'll be here all day, though. If you want to come back, bring it by later. If you can, of course. You know where to find me. It'd really make my day if you did.
There's times I worry I'm not doing enough or that I'm not good enough. I just try to remember that I managed to get here in the first place. There I go, reassuring myself again.
Orlando is very charming. To be honest with you.
It's nice to see people around in responders uniform.
This bloodlet. Bonjour! My name is Esme Rousseau. We've had some representatives from I thought that we could help them out by providing some food for their... I've started a pot of venison and potato stew. One of my newest creations. Would you be able to help me finish it?
They join to make a difference.
How wonderful! I can't wait to whip up something delicious for everyone! The stew requires potatoes, venison, salt, black pepper, and carrots. The ingredients can be found in our storage area. Your job is to grab the ingredients and put them in before the stew burns. Super! Let's have you start by stirring the stew, which will help keep it from burning. Remember to continuously stir during the cooking process. Fantastique! Let's get the first of the ingredients and prepare them. You're looking for carrots, potatoes, and the pièce de résistance, the venison.
Considering all the places I could have ended up, I'm extremely lucky I'm here. I've never felt safer.
A safe haven filled with people trying to help others? It feels like I've died and gone to heaven. Or hell, if you look out the window.
It's been sunny all week. I love it here.
I hope you get some
Please
Dexclo meat soon.
have a seat.
Its tenderness is
Someone
magnificent.
will be with you shortly.
Helping people is our chief mission. The cool
This
uniforms
is smelling delicious. Let's add more flavor with some salt and pepper now.
I heard about what happened in Morgantown. I know it was way back, but I'm glad they chose to send me somewhere safe.
Me and Orlando are about to have some words. Go on and get your management to keep the place clean if you don't like the way I do it.
I think we can make this place home for a lot of people, yourself included.
No mouth in Appalachia will go hungry with Chef Esme around.
Is still
Superbe.
available. Please have a seat.
Now that your stew is done, it is time to add your own special touch.
I heard a bunch of nerds arguing over comic book heroes yesterday. Aren't there more important things to worry about?
Some added flavor is a fantastic idea. This stew rivals my own talents. You must cook with me again sometime. Here is your finished stew. Now, it is time to feed some of the hungry. I believe you can find the raider and settler representatives in the bar area. You must make a choice, since there is not enough to feed everyone, I'm afraid. I'll do my best to gather more ingredients so that we can cook again another time.
Please seat yourself. A waiter will be with you shortly.
Can't believe we've got a vertibird. That's a
May
step
I
up in the
interest you
world
in
Are you at the refuge? We've got people going hungry, and too many mouths to feed at Foundation.
are welcome to relay their
I didn't expect a meal this good. Everyone is going to be so happy when I bring this back. Thank you.
There's a lot of supplies here that look ripe for the picking.
I suppose a nice refuge like this is worth more hungry mouths.
Need a hand? Getting a little bored sitting around here all day.
Good evening.
If you ever find yourself in a bind, you can always call on us.
A safe haven filled with people trying to help others? It feels like I've died and gone to heaven. Or hell, if you look out the window.
These robots sure make my job easier. I heard there's a chess set around here if you ever want to play.
Well, seems like timing is one of your strong suits. Look, I can stitch up a gash with the best of them. But Appalachia, well, she can do a lot worse than cut us open. Got a lot of folks here with sickness we don't understand, and injuries we don't know how to treat. What we need more than anything is know-how. So I propose we trade. What I got that I don't need, for what you need that you don't got. I've heard you're looking ahead into the pit. And the only safe way out of Appalachia is that metal bird Lennox has perched up on the roof. And what keeps her in the air are those ultrasight cells Orlando keeps locked up. So, that's the deal. You bring back medical information that'll help me figure out how to help these folks, and I'll get you all the juice you need. Hope you don't mind a trip over to Cranberry Bog. So, what do you say? Want to help the responders make a difference? Now this one might be tricky. Watoga Emergency was almost entirely run by robots, but even robots had to tell their patients how to take care of themselves once they left the hospital. What we're looking for there is any record of that information so we can do the same for our patients here in the refuge. So, how about it? Nice. Well, let's get to it then. Anything you're able to find, go ahead and bring it back to our lead medic. I'll let her know to look for you. Good luck out there.
I love Esme's cooking. It's been so long since I've had food with actual flavor. If you hang around those raiders, I want nothing to do with you. Need anything?
I heard a bunch of nerds arguing over comic book heroes yesterday. Aren't there more important things to worry about?
Wonder if they have any chems laying around here.
With all these supplies, we could really do some good trading with the White Spring.
Why even bother helping people that can't help themselves?
The potatoes here taste amazing. So fresh and only a few rats.
The potatoes here taste amazing. So fresh and only a few rats.
The world runs on caps. You do well to remember that. Ah, a customer. Here to peruse or buy? Either way, prepare your eyes for a feast of the senses, huh? A spectacle like no other. Oh, I got a bit carried away, didn't I? Forgot to properly introduce myself. Giuseppe della Ripa, at your service. Tradesman and curio collector. Welcome to Giuseppe's Curios. Buy, sell, trade, and count. Perhaps I might have something to your liking. Have you ever read a book so much its page has faded? I
Folks
think
don't
I'll go
join the
crazy when I
responders
lose
for
the
caps.
answers to my
They
riddle.
join to make a difference.
You don't look so good, friend. may I interest you in my all-encompassing miracle cure? Ever been to Clarksburg? Why would you ever need to go when
Well, hello.
everything
Do you like
need
Nuka-Cola?
at
Don't be
Giuseppe's
silly.
Curios?
Of course you do.
It's a fine day.
Exclusive to the White Spring, early release bottles of the newest cola sensation.
You walk past and see a sparkle at the edge of your vision. Maybe it's that's a cure. I have books upon books of riddles. They keep a man entertained. Besides, it's a good conversation starter. You have only ever seen. Nice try, but that's incorrect. Take a night to think it over. And I'm sure you'll get it tomorrow.
Nothing cleans the gills like an ice-cold Nuka-Cola.
Do come back. You look like you could use some weight. From your pockets.
I'd love to be a senior scribe someday. I can't think of a higher honor.
My friends didn't want to join up with me. Said the responders sounded like too much work. Wonder what they're doing now.
I was
I
out
got a
scavenging
chuckle
for
out of
food
Rucker
earlier.
yesterday.
Only got attacked by
Mission
Scorch
success.
once.
You ever wonder where Giuseppe gets all his curios from?
What do you think of the decor here? I know it's pre-war, but it's a bit dated.
How are the folks at Foundation doing? If it wasn't so busy, I'd go visit sometime.
You ever get that feeling like you forgot something? Except I'm not sure what it is I forgot.
Considering all the places I could have ended up, I'm extremely lucky I'm here. I've never felt safe. I think we can make this place home for a lot of people, yourself included.
It's been sunny all week. I love it here.
Hungry? Ashley's always cooking something good up in the kitchen.
So this is the place that's bringing all these damn people to Appalachia.
I think I heard a Protectron bark the other day. Am I going crazy?
mademoiselle.
Good day, sir. Interested in a bit of sport? My armor and kit for your next expedition.
Welcome. May I interest you in our fine art and decor? Take home a painting of our pristine mountain landscape.
More? Never. Must only live inside.
At Red Rock Mother Nature is at the helm.
He would simply crush him. Indeed.
So this is Foundation. No fighting.
Great. Well, at least it's nice out. Foundation is how we'll reclaim this whole area. What we build here has to last for generations.
The nation is growing every day. They can't build as fast as word needs.
There's always more work to do here at Foundation.
The Blood Eagles are a dangerous offshoot of the Raiders. They don't get along with the Crater Group.
Hey, thanks for helping me out back there. I talked to Paige about this plague of yours and made sure he takes this inoculation seriously. That Nuka-Cola inoculation of yours was a pretty smart concoction. I never would have thought to use that old manufacturing plant.
My dad always said that gold is easy to get, and good friendships are hard to come by. What's up, Buttercup? Mostly, I keep an eye on the area around Foundation. I look for good things to bring back and keep an eye out for anything hazardous. If the super mutants are on the move or a bunch of Scorched move into the area, word needs to know as soon as possible. See you around.
Hey. Vault suits like yours sure are popular lately.
The White Springs decor is refined and decadent. Don't listen to any naysayers.
Glad to see you've returned.
The work I do is...
You do? Amazing. It just so happens I got a little something for you as a reward for your generosity. Rucker set aside some ultrasight battery cells that can spare you from the ones the White Spring management doles out. Fancy a vertibird trip? They're not much use for anything else, but I got a feeling you're gonna need them. See? Mutual aid. Everybody wins. Thanks so much for the help. Drop by again. If I know Rucker, I'll be looking for something new every day. Take care of yourself.
I heard about what happened in Morgantown. I know it was way back, but I'm glad they chose to send me somewhere safe, and not somewhere like that.
I bet power armor training's tough. Not that scribe training isn't hard too.
I can't wait until dinner.
Nothing like the feeling of a good job done well.
If you ever find yourself in a bind, you can always call on us.
I wonder if the sun burns just as bright in California.
I could really use a drink. But Rucker wants us sober on the job.
I think I heard a Protectron bark the other day. Am I going crazy?
You're not just refueling, or you're getting the full package. That's right.